I watch my phone so I know when it comes up. There we are. Now if I can get back to Zoom. All right. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Let's turn you there and then record. Hey, everybody. We're here today with Michelle Bonaldi. Did I say it right?
Yes.
With Pixie Dusted, and she makes snow globe tumblers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, to get started, first, do you happen to have any tumblers next to you that you can show them?
I don't, but I could run and grab one.
Later. I just thought maybe if you had one. All right. Well, tell me about yourself. Just whatever you would like to share about yourself, your family, how long you've been a military spouse, places you live, that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, my name is Michelle. I have two daughters. They are in the 6th grade at Fort Riley Middle School. During the day, I actually work at Fort Riley Elementary School. And this is just kind of like something that I saw and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. So I just went on YouTube one day and I was looking and I was like, okay, I think I can do this. So then it took a couple of weeks, but finally I was like, you know what? We were doing remote then. I was like, I don't have anything else to do right now. And so I just went for it and I was like, okay, so definitely something that I could do. My husband has actually been in the military for 15 years. We've been married for 10. We've been at Riley for almost 3 years. Okay. Before Riley, we were at Fort Hood. Before Fort Hood, we went to Korea. And then before that, we were at Fort Sill, which is where our daughters were born. And then before that, my husband was at Germany.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So your daughters are twins, is that correct then?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So tell me about the tumbler. I mean, I know what they are. I've got a picture in my head. They have the glitter inside kind of that move around, right? Yeah. Yes. So what do you have to make? I mean, you don't have to give us all your trade secrets, but like what kind of equipment is involved in making those?
It's actually a lot easier than people probably would think it is. I just think it's just something that's very time consuming. So I use double walled tumblers. And then, I just have a drill, you drill holes, and then the longest part really is just getting the glitter in between the two walls. The actual drilling takes me like maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then of course I seal all my cups on the bottom. I do epoxy to seal them to make sure that you won't have any leaking problems. Okay. And the dry time sometimes it's between 3 to 4 days. Just the weather plays a good part on that. But besides the wait time and actually putting the glitter into the tumbler, it's really not that hard.
So not any like very specific tools, just the right kind of drill then.
Pretty much.
And time and patience. It sounds like. Cool. Awesome. So well, you already kind of told us why you got started and what kind of inspired you to do that. You just saw some and were inspired to try it, right? Mm-hmm. Nice. So I mean, I know it sounds like this is a pretty new business for you, but so far, how has the experience been? And if there's anything you think is specific to being a military spouse that's made it better, easier, harder, either way, you can share about that.
For me, so far, the process has been going pretty smooth. Mostly just word of mouth for me. I did decide to make my page because I was thinking, okay, it'll probably help me spread it a little bit faster that way. I would just say, to me, I think the hardest part is that I have so many people who want tumblers, but they don't live here. So just having to figure out the shipping, to me, that was probably the biggest pain for me. Otherwise, I would say it's been a pretty smooth process. I mean, just kind of just going with the flow, really.
Yeah. So do you ship them then for those?
I do. So I do ship, but when I ship, I do use priority just because they do offer insurance included. So sure. Shipping definitely adds on about $10 to the cost of my tumblers just because of that.
Okay. So you do ship as long as they're willing to pay the shipping.
Correct.
Awesome. So when you move, you could potentially still be serving some of the same clients if they wanted to get it shipped and then just growing in your new location.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you're willing to pay for shipping, I'm willing to ship it to you. To me, going to the post office, it really isn't too big of a burden to me. I mean,
Awesome.
if you want me to, I'll do it.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Well, you haven't moved with the business yet. Do you know if he's got any plans to move anytime soon? Is that on your radar or?
Possibly, but I usually just wait until he actually has actual orders in his hands,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because we've had issues where we're like, oh, we're moving. And then 3 weeks later, we're like, no, just kidding. You're not moving. So,
I hear
but
you. No, I didn't.
right now, I'd
Didn't
say
know.
we will be here.
Okay. Didn't know if you thought through what that would look like for your business or
Mhm.
you're just gonna continue going with the flow and see what happens. It sounds like it'll be pretty simple to move for you.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have too much to pack up. Really, just throw all my glitter in a box and then we're good.
Cool. Well, then, like everything in the truck's gonna have glitter on it by the time you're done.
Pretty much.
Awesome. Well, we're moving through these questions quick today. Is there anything I haven't touched on about your business that you'd like to share? So I just kind of said, or if you want to grab a cup and show them that, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah.
Just kind of shared what it was a little bit, but if there's anything you want to elaborate on, feel free.
Pretty much I would just say, no, it's just, I don't know how to really say it. It's not really definitely something that just comes from my heart. No two cups are ever going to be the same. I definitely, want to give people what they want, but at the same time, like, I don't mind like giving advice. Like, I'm going to be upfront and be like, I know that you really want this glitter, but I don't think it's really going to go. But, it's just a lot of mixing glitters and everything, and what might look good in your mind once you actually put it in a cup, it might not look exactly how you want it. But if I ever got to that point, I always do reach out to my clients and I say, hey, I know you really want this. Before I pour in the liquid, I want you to see it, because I can always take glitter out. But once I put in the liquid solution I use, once we get to that part, it's kind of no turning back type situation.
Okay, that makes sense. I did think of something to clarify. So you say you do custom, so you do the different colors and things they want. Do you do print, or is there print on the cups under the glitter as well, or on top of the glitter? Is it just the glitter inside?
Just the glitter. So I had thought about doing like names and labels and stuff like that. But right now I'm just not comfortable with doing that, just because I would have to epoxy the whole outside of the cup. And that is just a whole nother level.
No problem. I was just trying to get an accurate picture in my head of what we're discussing. So
yes, so I will actually go get a cup because I have one. So I do raffles every once in a while on my page.
oh, okay.
Give me 1 second. Sorry,
We'll put the link to your page in the comments so people can find you and check out what you've got on there.
Let me go back outside. It's really dark in my house. So this is actually, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me switch camera around. Oh, or will it? Nope. So, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
See it.
Oh, cool.
But this is actually one of the tumblers that I've made. I'm actually going to raffle this one off.
Okay.
I just had extra glitter and I wanted to do something that was fall-like. So it has gold, has like purple maple leaves, and I do have a lot of custom shapes.
Okay.
Like it even has like gold frappuccino cups.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So I have a lot of those.
Oh, nice. So it's not just color that people are choosing. It can also be shapes, just depending on what's available.
Correct. Oh, actually, nice. I found out how to turn my camera around.
Oh, cool.
It's just, so you can probably see some of the frappuccino cups in there. And there's leaves. But pretty much what I do is I just say, okay, like, what are you interested in? Is there like certain colors you would like? Because I have even Halloween still. I have Halloween glitter. I have unicorn glitter. And I also do let them know some glitters don't fit in every cup.
Sure.
So I have not just these, but I also have the skinny tumblers.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Now, do you have any with lids or are they all open?
Oh, sorry, excuse me. So all my cups do come with lids.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So it'll come with a lid and a straw.
Okay, so you can take it and get like your cold drink at Starbucks or whatever in it as well. Cool. Nice. Awesome.
This one was just drying, so
Yeah, no, thanks for showing. That
that's
helps me get the picture in my head of what we're talking about. So that's awesome. Cool. And I didn't even think about the shapes of glitter. So that's neat. That didn't even cross my head. Cross my mind that would be part of it. So awesome. Great. So okay, if you, and again, I know you're fairly new, this is a fairly new business for you, it's fairly recent, but based on what you've learned or what you've experienced so far, if another spouse, military spouse came up to you and said, like, say your neighbor came over and she said, hey, Michelle, I'm thinking about starting a business. It could be any business that she's thinking about starting. What main piece of advice would you give her?
Definitely research. So I think for me, a lot of things that I see people do is they'll rush into it. So what you think may not work will work the first time might not work out. So before actually putting your products out to someone, definitely do a lot of test runs, because it took me probably a couple of weeks to find just the right tumbler, because not all double-sided tumblers are the same. The first one I tried to use, it actually had a leaking problem.
Okay.
So, it's just little things like that you would not expect that could cause problems could turn into a bigger problem for you.
Sure. So
definitely make test products.
Gotcha. Awesome. I hear research a lot. That seems to be the top thing said when I ask that question on these interviews is do your research and then do more research and then research some more and then maybe you'll be ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. Now, if somebody came to you and said, and again, you don't have to share trade secrets or anything, but if somebody said, hey, Michelle, I want to make those cups myself, I think that would be fun. And maybe it's not somebody here, it maybe it's somebody another post or something. What would be your advice for that?
I definitely would help them. I would tell them like, hey, this is where I find most of my cups. This is what I've done. I don't like it, but you might want to try it. To me, I feel like in this world, there's never going to be just one thing for one person to do.
Yeah.
Yes, you may have started the idea where you're starting at, where you're living, but that doesn't mean that only you can do that idea. Yes,
exactly. I love that. And I feel like a lot of our interviewees, is that what you call you? I feel like a lot of the business owners we interviewed have said the same thing. And I do the same thing in my business is like, if you're thinking about it, I think people are afraid to ask like, hey, can you share some things with me? They think that people are going to say, well, I don't want you to compete with me. I've heard that from most of those I've interviewed as well. You know what? Ask me. You can shadow me. I'll show you what I do. I'll help you source things. I'll tell you the mistakes I've made so you don't have to make them. And so I think that's important for everybody listening who might be thinking about starting a business is do ask around. And yeah, there might be some people who tell you no. Like there might be some people out there who are like that and who say, oh, I don't want to share my secrets with you. I don't want you to compete with me. But keep asking because somebody out there is gonna agree with Michelle and say, you know what, there's room for all of us. So definitely. Let's just.
I mean, Riley small, yes, but to me, it's not really that small. You could reach customers that I would never be able to reach, and reverse. I mean, so to me, it's not really a big deal of, no, I want to keep all this business to myself. There's plenty of people that want to buy the same things, are interested in the same things.
Sure. Absolutely. And if everybody at Fort Riley wanted one of your cups, you wouldn't have time for that. So
I honestly, I really would not have time for it.
Yeah. So exactly. So that's great. That's fantastic. I love that attitude and that willingness to help other people. So that's awesome. One of my questions is, how has your business been affected by COVID? But it sounds like your business kind of came about because of COVID.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely COVID related, because I just had I should say this, but I did have more downtime than usual, like if I was actually in the school. So it was pretty much like, okay, I gotta find something to do with my time rather than just sitting around like, okay, another day's down. What am I gonna do today? So,
No, that's awesome. That's a great way to kind of cope with being stuck at home.
hmm
Awesome. Okay, so if people want one of these fantastic cups, what do they need to do? We're gonna tag. I'm gonna get the link to your. I don't know why Facebook doesn't like me to tag your page, but I'll get the link to your page and throw it in the comments so people can get to there. So what else do they need to know if they want to order?
really just if you will just add my page or if you want to message my page, I definitely will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm pretty easy to get in touch with. I'm all over the community page because I do post for the school also whenever. So even if they want to message my personal page, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, awesome. And then obviously you said you ship, but most of our members who are watching right now are at Fort Riley. So pick up at Fort Riley. You just arrange for wherever you're gonna meet up with them.
Exactly. So like if you actually live on Fort Riley, I don't mind delivering to you because Fort Riley's not that big. If Junction Manhattan area, we could definitely arrange pickup.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your business? You did mention that you were going to be raffling off that cup. Do they need to know where to go to get that raffle?
Yes, so I'm going to be posting it in my group. So if they want to participate in the raffle, I will post a date on my page, and I just do like a live video, and I just pretty much talking about what's going on in my cup business. And then usually at the end, I'll raffle off a cup. Last time I did raffle, I think I raffled off 2 cups last time, and then I did free shipping for someone if they did not live in the
Oh,
area.
cool. Nice. So join your group, and that's how they'll know and be entered in that raffle.
Pretty much, yep.
Awesome. All right. Like I said, we'll make sure we get that link in the. I think I'm in your group, so I should be able to find it and post the link.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get that link in the comments so you guys can join her group. And I always on these interviews or encourage everybody in our group who's watching this or watches this to do join. I mean, even if you don't need a cup right now, you might know somebody who does. You might need one for a gift. I think it's a great Secret Santa gift. Like you might need one for something, you don't know, or somebody you know might be looking for it, and then you can direct them. So just support our spouses. That's the best we could do is support each other. And so just make sure you jump in that group when you get a chance. All right, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you'd like to share or add?
Not really. I just appreciate you inviting me to do this little Zoom interview with you. It's definitely something to be grateful for because it helps spread the name and helps get the information out there.
Absolutely. I'm so thankful you were willing to do it and jump on video. I know for a lot of people, video can be a little intimidating. So I appreciate your willingness to jump on here and chat with us. And my hope for these are twofold. One, that it helps you get out there and everybody know about what you have to offer. And that it also inspires other military spouses who maybe are kind of thinking about a business but are a little nervous or unsure to kind of take that leap, because we all know as a military spouse jobs are hard with moves and deployments and uncertainty. So I'm just hoping this brings a little inspiration. Awesome. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being on here with us.
All right, thank you.